by Wallace Budge. And the original name of this book is The Book of Coming Forth by Day and by Night. This book is very significant because when you read and study this work, you begin to see where all the religions, you didn't hear me say some, you didn't hear me say a piece, you begin to understand where Christianity stole their stuff, hijacked their teachings, stories, and mythologies, where Islam hijacked their stories and mythologies, where Judaism hijacked and stole and altered their stories and mythologies. That's right, from our people. But unless you read the writings of our people and go back and study our people, you wouldn't know this. And you would think incorrectly that other peoples have come up with something that they certainly did not come up with. Man, God, and Civilization. John G. Jackson. Must have work. Ivan Van Sertima, again, Egypt Revisited. Excellent work. Must haves. A modern treasury of Jewish thought. How do Jews feel about us? What's the reality? How do they feel about themselves? We need to know these things. This needs to go hand in hand with the secret relationship between blacks and Jews that the Nation of Islam put out. Another excellent work by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Egypt, Child of Africa. Why is this book so phenomenal? Well, we're going to get a chance to go through some stuff in here, but I want to take just a second to let you know how devastating these works are that I'm reading you, that I'm saying that we need to study. There was a book put out some years ago entitled The Bell Curve by Arthur Schlesinger. And in that book, that worked The Bell Curve, which was a bestseller among white people, he was speaking on the inferiority of black intelligence. And of course, our sister Marimba Ani came out and straightened all that out with her book Yoruba. But on 129 of this book, here's what it says. Challenges the current mainstream conclusions about the phenotype, that's the physical, and ethnicity of the ancient Kemites, our word for what white people call Egyptians, okay, have been labeled as false, as misinterpretations, as even as fabrications and fantasies. One hysterical Pulitzer Prize winner even foresaw such unauthorized ideas. But I gotta stop right there. What do they mean, unauthorized? Who gonna give us the authority to have an authorized thought? You know, if you are a man and you are a black woman, don't nobody have to give you authority to have to think a certain way. But look at the audacity and nerve of these white people to print in their books the idea that one historical Pulitzer Prize winner even foresaw such unauthorized ideas as black Kemet, taught by African scholars, as threatening the unity of America itself. In other words, the brother just revealed to you that white people are letting you know. White people are letting white people know that if these black people learn their history, America's coming down. This is the message that white people have been giving to other white people. The next work up on our thing is The Lost Books of the Bible and the Forgotten Books of Eden. Now, when I was doing all my religious research, I come to find out that all the so-called books that's supposed to have been in the Bible ain't in there. Okay? Not that it made any real difference. But I want to read the stuff y'all took out. And like, who gave you the authority to say which books is authorized and which ones ain't? Because wasn't there one of them bishops and cardinals and popes divine? Wasn't none of them sanctified? Wasn't none of them spiritually enlightened to say what the Word of God is and what the Word of God isn't? Well, I went to read the books. I went to see them for myself. It worked out real great for me. Christians beware. All right. From Light in the Darkness by Stephen S. Miller. For people starting to get into their comedic realities. Sex and Race by J.A. Rogers. This is in 3 volumes. Must have work. This here is 2,000-page work. I lied to you not. I stole the book. That's right. I went to the library and stole this book. Now, most people will go out and steal money, steal jewelry, steal stuff that they could sell. But that means that you don't understand the importance and value of knowledge and information. This covers the story of the Atlantic slave trade from 1440, not 1619 Jamestown, 1440 to 1870, right here. So this is a very thick book. I'm glad I stole it. And if I see some more stuff in there that I won't, I'm going to steal that too. The Woman's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets by Barbara G. Walker. Excellent book. What's so excellent about this work? Well, first of all, men have been writing history. And if men have been writing history, men have been writing history to glorify men. So therefore, the entire history of our queens and African women in ancient society up to now has largely not been written about. Women outside of Drusilla Dunjee Houston, who did the Ethiopian Kushite Empire, have not been writing history books. Which means that our African women's history throughout the world, in all lands, has basically not been written about. Or it has basically been hidden. And so this here is an excellent work. Behold the Pale Horse. William Cooper. Another white guy. They killed him. He was telling everything. He was former naval intelligence, working for the government. Stole their files and put them up inside the book. They had to kill him. This belongs in every black household in America. Behold a Pale Horse. Okay? We're 8 minutes and something. Okay. European. Probably one of the baddest out there. Or was out there. Ancient Egypt. Light of the World. This is in 2 volumes. This here, they wish had never been written. And thanks to this European's honesty and his sincere heart in terms of researching Kemetic history, he's left us with a legacy that very few people can touch. Like I said, that's in 2 volumes. Great African Thinkers by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, a serious dedication to one of the great scholars right here from Senegal, Africa, Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop. Excellent work. This here, African Holistic Health by Dr. Lailo Lela Africa. Like I said, we're not the same. So you need to have this work in your house, your home, if you're dealing with your health, if you need to understand and come out of the mythologies of Europeans. Like I said, this is volume 2 of it, so I can put this down. Ancient Egypt, Light of the World. Over here we have The Land of Osiris, Stephen S. Miller. That was a must-have book. See my little videos about ready to end here. And So, let's see, we got about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, who knows. On the flip side,